Hey everyone, Kerry here with a guide for how to find the Reaper Crest in Hollow Knight Silksong. You can find this crest in Greymoor. It's pretty hard to miss if you're in the right area, but it is possible to skip these rooms entirely, so if you missed the Reaper Crest in Greymoor, here's how to find it. On the map you'll see we start from the halfway home in Greymoor, proceed left, down left, then up the first tall room, across to the left again, and then down to this small alcove on the left of the next room over. There are also two shortcuts that we can unlock along the way, which I'll show you when we get there. Starting from the halfway home bench, head out the left door and keep going to the left. In the next room, you'll face a gauntlet of pilgrims native to the area. Once you've defeated them, they'll stay dead, and you can move to the next room. Ignore the birds and drop down to the floor of this large room, where there will be two more pilgrims, who you can either fight or run past. Enter the doorway at the end of this short tunnel. The door out of this next room is locked, so we need to go up. You'll face a number of these scissor-wielding silk snippers, who are a real pain. They deal lots of damage and defend themselves frequently. I recommend bringing a ranged tool or skill to pepper them at range and keep yourself at a distance. Climb upwards, avoiding the spikes, and then proceed left once you see this vertical wall on the right. The next space has two silk snippers, but if you take each one out as you see them, they shouldn't bunch up together. Once you've defeated them, you can also break this floor to skip them easily the next time you come here. Now, descend along the left wall of the room until you see candles. This passage to the left is where the crest is, but let's quickly grab two shortcuts so it's easier to get back here if you die. From the candles, jump to the far right of the room to unlock this door. You can now run straight through from the previous room without having to climb up past the silk snippers. From here, head left along the floor and drop into the next room and cut this rope. If this is your first time in this room, there's a boss fight waiting for you further to the left, but if you've completed the first flea caravan quest or already made it to Bellheart, you can use either of those benches to reach this shortcut quickly and get back to the candles I pointed out earlier. Now let's get that crest. Past the candles is the Chapel of the Reaper. Once inside, drop down the stairs and then jump into this spiky platforming section. Time your jumps to avoid the spikes. Hit this lever and climb into the combat room. You'll need to fight more of the same enemies you've been fighting to get here so far. The trickiest encounter is the final double silk snipper fight. Watch for when they jump into the ceiling as they'll drop back down on you momentarily. A good tactic to use here is to quickly dispatch one or both of them with ranged attacks to quickly simplify the encounter. With that out of the way, you can now climb up out of the arena and descend to the top of the chapel to claim your reward, the Crest of the Reaper. This crest features slower arcing slashes, a downward striking air attack, and also a unique silk regain feature. When you use Bind to heal with this crest equipped, you'll enter a silk generation state that lasts for 10 seconds, where any enemies you strike with your needle will drop glowing white orbs that regenerate your silk on pickup. This incentivizes you to be very aggressive after a heal, and can allow you to use many silk attacks to make good use of the excess silk that you generate. Just be careful you don't get too aggressive and undo the health you just regained. That's everything you need to know about the Reaper Crest. But if you're trying to find other crests, health expansion collectibles, hidden bosses, or anything else in Silksong, check out our expanding wiki. And for all other things Hollow Knight, gaming, and more, stick with IGN.